Insurance policies generally don't tell you what is or isn't damage. They don't define it. So somebody has to make that determination. If you're the one that's going out on site and investigating the loss, then you have to be able to say when you believe something goes from not being damaged to being damaged. That means there is a line, there's a threshold that you are crossing. Not damaged meets this definition, it's considered damage. So what is your definition of damage? If an engineer or a ladder assist goes out and they have their own definition, does that definition matter when the policy doesn't have one? The court systems across the U.S. have determined that damage that is cosmetic in nature would be considered damage in the policy if there isn't a specific exclusion for it. Most policies don't have an exclusion for cosmetic damage on asphalt shingle roofs. So what is damage according to the courts if there isn't a definition in the policy? Well, it's a demonstrable, distinct, detrimental. I said this wrong in reverse order. I said it in the wrong order. It's a distinct, demonstrable, detrimental physical alteration to tangible property. Distinct means you can point to it. It's different from the surrounding area. You can see it visibly. You can point to it. It's right there. This is where it occurred, and here's how I know. Demonstrable means it's demonstrable. In some way, it's measurable. If you can point to it and you can measure it in some way, then it is distinct and it's demonstrable. Detrimental means it got worse in some way. That's a big tenet of damage. If it didn't get worse in any way, then it's not damaged. And then it has to be a physical alteration. For it to be physical damage, it needs to be something physical. So an object needs to be changed in some way physically that is detrimental to it. And you need to be able to point to how that happened and where it happened from the hail or the wind. That's damage. Engineering firms might teach you that it has to reduce its functionality, but unless the policy specifies that, then it doesn't need to reduce its functionality to be considered damage. You need to be looking at the policies to determine what is damage in that policy. Look for the word roof if it's a roof claim, and you'll find everything that's tied to that. Just search for it. Or use Braille or something. Save yourself a lot of time. Just keep that in mind, guys. One of the things that you can do to make sure that they're using your definition is to be the first one to provide the report that the policyholder uses to prove their loss. Put your definition of damage in that report, and they'll have to comment on it.